It's a big program for us, and we're so excited. Then we also have, coming up to the high table, of course, the administrator is already seated. Can you do a hand for the esteemed administrator? Okay, we have the APBN chairman, the person of Architect Toku Charisma. Please, we'll have you come to the high table. Architect Toku Charisma, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome, sir. Then we also have the consultant to this program, seeing front, Mr. Asawo. Please, can we put our hands together for Mr. Asawo to come to the table. We also have present with us, also being in the high table, the Professor, just a bit, Professor Silva Okwala Charles. He's the president and CEO of the Garden City Premier Business School. Please put your hands together for him. On our list, we have also the acting secretary to the authority and director legal, Barrister Bennett Chu, to the high table, please. As we get more of the list of most of our dignitaries who are going to be on the high table, we're going to mention them. We also have the president, Good Rock Multipurpose Cooperative Society, Dr. Mrs. Donye Alanigo. Please, to the high table. Put your hands together for her. Thank you so much, man. You're welcome. For us here in Greater Port Harcourt, this is a grand program for us, and we're so excited to have everyone you come to Brazil Day. So straight away, as a call, I'm going to introduce them. But can we actually be on our feet as we take the national anthem? Please, if you didn't have the program, just signify by raising up your hand. We have enough of the programs. Most of us are not used to the national anthem. There, who look at them there, please. So we have to learn the new anthem. We have to learn the new anthem. Okay. Before we answer, maybe I think that we'll actually start off with a prayer. We'll start off with a prayer. Okay, we'll have the national anthem first. Okay. So we start with the national anthem.
The old one.
The old one, sir. The old new one.
Those tribes and tongues they differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria's all thou proud to serve as sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace our vows to honor, and this we count as gain. To hand unto defend our unity, and uphold and honor our glory, so help me God.
Thank you so much. Okay, we can actually take your opening prayer now. Please, I'll urge St. Barrister Benchu to help us take the opening prayers. Thank you.
Let us pray. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Father, we thank you for this constitution gathering this morning. We thank you for to hear, to launch what you're about to do. Or we invite you to be present here at the direct affairs. And whatsoever we do, whether we do the ceremony, we give the control and direction, and to achieve the purpose for which we are here today. And today will just be a day of symbols and signs. That at the end of this day, what we have come to implement and watch it be the blessing of this authority into this state. Thank you, Father, for everyone who is here today. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray.
Thank you so much, sir. Please, you may be seated. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Just kindly ensure that all of the phones are put on silent because we do not want any form of distractions. Ensure that your phones are put on silent, please. We also want to welcome a representative of the MD of Gosh Projects, Nigeria Limited. I'd love to say praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I actually want to also use the opportunity to bring up the representative of the MD of Gosh Projects and Nigeria Limited. And these are one of our key partners with the authority. So I want to welcome Engineer Charles Chukwu to the high table, please. Charles Chukwu. Put your hands together. So then I also want to welcome the representative of the MD of TAP Africa Global, which is Greater TAP. They're the ones who are actually building for us the 20,000 housing units, and they are very instrumental to this feat. So we want to also welcome Barrister Lucky Kawe to the high table, please. Okay, we want to welcome every one of you. Like I said, as we actually get the updates of the dignitaries, I'm going to announce it here so that you can actually come up to the high table. But it's important for you to know that every one of you are high dignitaries. Put your hands together for yourselves. You're not being there with gusto. Put your hands together for yourselves. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, please can I get some of the list so that I can acknowledge some of the persons who are also here. Okay. We'll have the various chairmen of the various chairmen of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Nigerian Institute of Architects, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, and their members, Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, and Nigerian Builders Association. So please, we actually want to recognize every one of you on this FFL program that we are having. And we are sure that we also want to actually welcome the press. The press. So this is introduction. Representative of the President of Shell Cooperative East, Mr. Obiang Nyama, and his colleagues. Could you just, oh yeah, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So we're having most of them coming. And please, we're actually encouraged for our staff to make way for the front rows. the front rows so that we actually have some of our dignitaries seated. We have the head of works for the 5 local governments and areas, so you are all welcome. The Korean local governments, Ubiapa local governments, Port Harcourt local governments. Every one of you, please, you're welcome. Thank you. While we're waiting, shortly after, we're actually going to be having a welcome remark given right now by Barrister Bennett Chu. Barrister Bennett Chu is the Acting Secretary of the Authority. So, sir, please put your hands together for Barrister Bennett Chu.
Your Excellency, the Governor of the State, Sir SIMINALAYI FUBARA, GSSRS, President Anticipation by the Honorable Commissioner of Housing, Engineer Pastor J. Bedibo, the Acting Administrator, Capacity Development Authority, Town Planner Dr. Dante Davis, Fellow of the Majesty of Town Planners, the consultant to the Authority of ICT and Managing Director of Conference Limited, Honorable Ifiro Sawo, the President of the Association of Professionals in the Built Industry in Nigeria, Architect Toku Tebresima, the various chairmen of the various official associations in that general body represented here, especially the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Nigerian Institute of Estate Valuers and Surveyors, and Nigerian Institute of Builders. The Director of Works in the 5 local government areas within the greater government area that are here, notably host local government, the Area local government area, the Obiabo local government area, the Eche local government area, the Eleme local government area, and the Oyibo local government area. Our partners that are here presented, I've seen the President of Gold Rock. I've also seen the General Manager of Gosh Infrastructures. I have seen the Secretary of Pricewise. It's actually Pricewise, but that global that are partners here. Pricewise Industry, Nigeria Limited, the builders of 20,000 housing units, and every other partner that is here present. I also want to recognize members of the 4th Estate of the Ring, the members of the media that are here, distinguished guests, my dear colleagues from the Port Harcourt. You should be smiling. This is a special day in the history of this authority. It's a special day. We've come a long way, and today is a landmark day. I'm sure that we remember in our history. So you should all be smiling and be joyful. Our distinguished guests, we welcome you. My job here is very simple. I'm here to welcome every one of you. This welcome is very important because, as I said earlier, today is a special day. It's the day that this authority is taking our operations to another level. A day when we are opening our doors to our stakeholders, our partners, and those who are interested in us, to be able to do business with us seamlessly. A day when you can stay in the comfort of your home anywhere in the world and do business with better partners of the authority. A day when you don't need to know anybody within the system to be able to do business with us. A day when you can wake up at midnight and just tap on your phone or your system and get any information you want or do any transaction you want. It's a thing of joy, not only for us in the authority, but also for those of you out there. Because what you have done is you have opened our doors wide open. And we are welcoming you because for you to leave every other thing you are supposed to do today and come here today It means you have us in mind. It means you have good will towards us. And for that, we are very, very grateful. We thank you for being here, for sharing my joy today, and we welcome the special presentation. And we thank you for spending this time to be with us. And we pray that at the end of these proceedings, as you go back, God will take you to your various homes peacefully, and God will bless each and every one of you. Thank you very much for coming, and you are all very, very welcome to this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Please, you can do that hands better. Thank you so much. And this is a high time of this event. Please, with a standing ovation, I want us to welcome our ex-team administrator, town planner, Dr. Thompson David, as he actually gives his address. With a standing ovation, please. Thank you.
Please sit down, please. I can hear the governor to stand. What's happening? His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sir SIMINALAYI FUBARA, GSSRS, ably represented here by the Honorable Commissioner for Housing, Engineer Basone Venevo, the CEO, Senport Limited, our partners, our consultants, Ibifuro Asawo, management and staff of Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority, particularly the very able acting secretary to the authority, Barrister Benchu, the president, the Association Professionals in the Built Environment, architect Toko Fiberesma, our development partners here present, every one of you, those on the high table and those who are not on the high table, also especially the directors of works here present in the 8 local government areas of Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority, Falga, Obiako, Ikwere, Eleme, Oyibo, Okreka, Ogubolo, distinguished members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pleasure and a deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today to mark a significant milestone in the history of the Greater Port Harcourt. Ever since our operation has been state-of-the-art digital and automation system, a transformative initiative aimed at service delivery for the betterment of our dear state. In the rapidly evolving world of technology, innovation is the backbone of progress. As we strive together to build a modern, efficient, and responsive urban environment, embracing cutting-edge technology is not just an option, but a necessity. The automation system we unveil today represents our commitment to leveraging technology to serve you better, faster, and more efficiently. This groundbreaking system is designed to streamline our operations, reduce administrative delays and bottlenecks, ensure transparency and accessibility of our services to all citizens with unprecedented ease, from building, plan approvals, to land allocations, and from public utility management to citizen engagement. Every facet of our service delivery will benefit from this innovative solution. One of the key features of our automation system is its user-friendly interface. Residents and stakeholders can now interact with our platform seamlessly, enjoying a more transparent and accountable process. Among other benefits, the system has an authenticated feature. That is, it has a proof. For example, we give you a permit. The permit we give to you this time around, you can, at the comfort of your bedroom, confirm if it's original or it's not. Waivers and permits generated on the platform. This is intended to eliminate imposters and falsification of documents. The system incorporates advanced data analytics, enabling us to gather real-time insights and make informed decisions that align with the needs and aspirations of our mandate to develop new cities within the Greater Port Harcourt City Implemented Area of Jurisdiction. Today we are in the Phase 1A area of Greater Port Harcourt, like I was sharing with somebody as we are coming in. Greater Port Harcourt is 8 local government areas, and within the 8 local government areas, we have been mandated to regulate, develop, and also manage by law. Anytime this week, we'll be moving from this area. I'll be going towards the Eleme area to do a groundbreaking of a new city that is called the New Port City, a part of Greater Port Harcourt. And so you don't expect someone that will be developing around that Eleme area to be driving all the way to this office here because he wants to do business with us. You can sit down wherever you are and do your business, and in real time, whatever question you will ask will be addressed. Moreover, this project underscores our commitment to sustainability and environmental stewardship. By reducing reliance on paper-based processes and minimizing waste, we are taking meaningful steps towards a greener and more sustainable future. Your Excellency, to achieve and sustain this set goal, we have embarked on massive training and retraining of our manpower at various levels. As we embark on this journey, I want to acknowledge the unwavering support of His Excellency, SIMINALAYI FUBARA, GSSRS, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, for his approval of this automation initiative to enable us to provide world-class service to the people of Rivers State and the world at large. I will share an experience. Someone in the US has been trying to get the property here in Rivers State. He was able to acquire one within Greater Port Harcourt City area of jurisdiction. But anyone he gives his money to come and do is a permit. He doesn't get his permit. And so he decided, after 3 years, to fly all the way to Nigeria, to Rivers State, to Greater Port Harcourt City area, to do his approval by himself. You can imagine how much it has cost him to do that. And I asked him, and he told me all manner of experiences he has had. But with this initiative, you don't have to do that. Wherever you are, even in the US, just click on your button and someone will attend to you and you'll get your permit online. My thanks will also go to the management and staff of the authority for their support. In fact, when this initiative came up, we have been working day and night. Even the memo we sent to His Excellency, I didn't expect that he was going to get that express approval. He did not just get express approval, in fact, His Excellency has shown so much support to this agency. This is the very first place he visited. And after his visit, he made his appointment. And ever since I came into office, I will stand there to tell you there is no proposal I've sent to His Excellency that has not gotten express approval. Express approval. And it's not just His Excellency, it's because of the support I've had from the staff of this authority. I will also use this medium to appreciate the collaboration of all our partners. You can see many of them are here, including technology experts like our consultant, who has taken time, even when we could not afford some working tools. Our consultant has made available most of the working tools that will be needed at the early stage. Developers and the community in the local government areas that our mandate covers. Your contributions have been instrumental in bringing this vision to life today. I also want to thank the residents of Greater Port Harcourt for their patience and trust as we have worked towards this day. The residents within this area, the community, have been very patient with us. You can imagine a new city that was established by law in 2009, and today is 2024. We are, for 8 years, we were running. And that 8 years, it was on stop, STOP. Salaries were not paid, and today, since I came into office, there is no day we have not, there's no month we have not paid salaries. We pay salaries on the 25th of every month. Looking ahead, our focus remains on continuous improvement. We will regularly update and refine the system of incorporate feedback and ensure it remains at the forefront of technological advancement. All development activities in communities in the 8 local government areas of Port Harcourt, Oyibo, Okrika, Ogugolo, Obiakpo, Ikore, Iche, and Enemy will be recorded. Not just recorded, tracked, and approved using the GPH-CDA urban planning solutions. This means all developers and marketers of properties will need to use the system for clearance to ensure validity of transaction. This will eliminate all forms of land grabbing that we have been experiencing and fraud in the development activities in the area. Details of operations and interface will be made known to all in our presentation here today. The training and sensitization activities will also be carried out with our development partners, professionals in the built environment, other stakeholders, and general public from today. In conclusion, the launch of our digital stroke automation system is not just a technological upgrade, it is a testament to our enduring commitment to excellence in service delivery. Today, we are building a more efficient, functional, transparent, and responsible city for every one of us tomorrow. Thank you for your support as we look forward to witnessing the positive impact of this initiative in our beloved city. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much. May we please put our hands together for that wonderful presentation. We'll just quickly move on to understand this entire concept, because from what we have been told by the administrator, it means that God has blessed Rivers State. May we please put our hands together for the State. I will just go forward to have a proper understanding, process description by a renowned, I don't know how to describe him, but I know that he has done so much for Rivers State, Nigeria, and the world. May we please put our hands together for Mr. Asaro, CEO of SIMINALAYI.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, SIMINALAYI, FUBARA, GSSRS, ably represented by the Honorable Commissioner for Housing, Engineer Basone Benibo, the Administrator of the Greater Port Harcourt Development City Authority, Town Planner Dr. Dante Davis. My kindly stand on all existing protocols. Today, before us, we are launching one of the automation initiatives, or what we call the e-governance initiative of the Rivers State government. If you recall, from the last administration, work has commenced, and this administration has also continued in that line to ensure that processes of government are all automated. The tax management information system of the state, the public service management information system was also deployed. From there, things were done for urban, the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. From there, we went into the Ministry of Education, and then thereafter, we did things for RISA. Currently, the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital, formerly the BMH, is also automated. And today, we are looking at the Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority. We've been mandated as an ICT firm based in Port Harcourt to look at how all of these MDAs will be automated, and all of them will begin to, provide improved service delivery for the people of Rivers State. Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority has been here for a while, and their processes have not been automated. As you can see from the URL there, we have the Greater Port Harcourt City Authority.riverstateapps.ng URL out there. If you log on to that URL, you're going to see this particular site that you're seeing here on the screen. On this site, every user of the platform will have a profile. So if you're doing a business with the authority, you will have a profile. So one of the things that you will do when you get down there, my colleague will be demonstrating all of that. You will have a profile created. With that, your profile, all your transactions that you do with the authority will automatically be cataloged. You can track it, and then you can follow through. Without your profile, as your document is moved from one desk to the other, okay, you can easily track. You don't need to call, you don't need to visit this place. You can stay from the comfort of your home and then track, all of the activities that are going on. With this platform, you can make your payments, automatically online as well. Every payment that you need to make. Every process of the authority is now being automated, and it's going to be taken from phase to phase. for now, all the processes that we carry out, all the approvals, permits, waivers, all of those things, the processes have been automated. And so you can see the processes going from one desk to the other, and you don't need the physical paper that we used to use before. Once this takes off fully, we'll also see that the workflow management of the authority, so how they carry out their work and all of that, will also be here. So you see, from one desk, the approval move from one desk to the other, the inspectors go to the field, they inspect, they come in, they key in, what they've seen in the site. Based on that, it goes to, the authority in the organization that will approve it. He sees it as also on his own menu. He is able to do the approval. From there, it moves down to the administrator. The administrator approves, and then your approvals, whether they are letters, whether they are permits, whether they are licenses, whatever it is, allocations, you are able to get it. You get the soft copy, you can see it, and then all of these things, documents that you'll be getting from them, can easily be verified. So if you come on the platform as well, you will see the verification component, whereby if somebody wants to sell you land, you want to verify whether this person is the true owner of the land, you come onto this platform, you'll be able to see it. And I heard, of course, when the administrator was talking, he was saying a number of things around the marketing of properties within this domain, within the authority. All of these things are things that will be seen here. So that you just don't hear, oh, they're not finishing in info every day. Yeah. You can come to platforms like this and then verify whether this person, this property merchant, or dealer is actually accredited, registered, known, by the authority. Because of course, before you do that, you'll be known by the authority. The authority would have cleared you, the community, everybody would have, done the clearance, due diligence would have been done. What this will do is that people can stay anywhere and then transact, on properties and things related to properties within the domain of this authority, without being scared whether people will defraud them or not. And so that's one thing that this platform will help us achieve. I will pause at this point and I'll call on my colleague, Mr. Belema Grant. Belema Grant will take us through the entire presentation, and when it's through, I'll come and then I'll conclude. He will just show us a few things so that we don't also take so much time. We'll just take some basic processes just to intimate us. We know that after now, the authority, there are videos, there are e-flyers, on how to carry out some of the processes on the platform. All of those things will be made available immediately after the launch by His Excellency. And then of course, trainings will be done. Property developers, will have their trainings, will be doing trainings here. The staff, of course, have been trained all this period in preparation for this. And then of course, the public also, there will be sensitization and awareness that will be done on how to use the platform. Over to you, Mr. Greg.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Your Excellency, the Administrator, professional representative, and guests as well. Welcome. For the next few minutes, I would like to just draw your attention to the screen by my left so I can just walk you through a quick flow of how an applicant or a member of the public can use this newly developed web application from the authority. So picking up from the previous speaker, the first point of access is a web URL or website. So it's gpha.beaverstateapps.ng. You're free to compute this same address on your smart devices and just confirm for yourself. And part of what he was saying, this is part of the full control of driving e-governance in the state. So to have access to this, you need to have registered. So some of the things that we use is sign up. So you sign up, tap on that sign up, and then it prompts you for your registration. And one of the things that is used to identify all persons that are conducting business or residents in River State is the River State tax identification number. So you're prompted to provide one. If you do not have one, you can click on the link here which redirects you to the River State Tax Management Information System to register at no extra cost and get your River State Tax Identification number instantly. So we're just going to use one created. If you have one created, you can select type here and sign in. So what happens is it tries to validate this thing that has been provided in here. Like I said, my name is Brent, this is my 15 and these are my details. So you're prompted to just impute a password. I'm just going to quickly, for demonstration purpose, do this. Create an account. Right. Okay, so it's created. And now I can sign in. So you see the response, registration successful. Now I can sign in and conduct business with the authority directly. So with my email and password already included in here, I tap on the sign in. When you're page, you can click on it and just give you a few seconds to load to the next page, which is basically the dashboard of an applicant. So what this does is that at a glance, if you have the existing application, it shows you all your existing application, the current progress. Currently they are none, so it just gives me this prompt to say good afternoon, very much. So we have several menus there by the left sidebar. And then we also have this bit here, get started, click to start a new application. So you can do this. So I just click on get started right here. And a few seconds for it to load. So I select the application type. I'm just going to use for the demonstration, demo application. Like we shared earlier, now we can make our payments without having to go to the physical bank. So at the convenience of your home or choice location, you can easily make your payment. And you have an array of options to make this payment. So you can pay with your cards. You can pay with your cards. You can do a transfer. If you're more comfortable using a USSD to make your payments, that's something you can easily do as well. So if you're not comfortable imputing your card, you can just select payment method and say pay with transfer perhaps. And do this. All you need to do is to impute this account number that has been provided in here. You have the time, and then you select that you make payment. I'm just going to quickly run through that. Do a transfer. Remember, audience feels really free. You can just try this transfer option. So also for emphasis, to alleviate and consent, this is a virtual generated account number. It's not valid beyond the period that is stated here. So it's important to also share this to know that funds do not reside in this account. It's just being created on the fly, so your payment can match to the receiving authority, which is Greater Harcourt. Make your transaction successful, and you can see this on the portal. You can also see that same response. So once it acknowledges receipt of that transaction, that transaction was indeed successful, it redirects you back to this point here so that you can see the form based on the application that you just made payment for. So you can see the form, to fill the form. Try to make it as easy as possible to select the preferred LGA and select any LGA one close by or anyone. I'm just going to select this. And then you have communities of the LGAs, listed as well there for you. So you just select any doesn't really matter. So just going to pick something here. The movement side. Now all these are just, they're not static variables. These are things based on the particulars of the documents that you have for that property. So you just mainly impute it in here. Select this, continue. And what's required next? For the normal or previous system of manual, expected to present your physical files, those documents and send them. But in this case, all you need to do is to select the documents you have that is required of you and upload it. So, for instance, we're going to upload sample documents here. So, I'm going to click on that. So on successful upload, you can upload all the required documents and the authority has specified based on the application type. You just tap on save and continue, and you're able to proceed to the next bit. So the next bit is giving you a summary of what you filled so far. And then if you're okay with it, you verify that this is what you have filled and it's in ordinance with what you have. You just need to click the submit or tap the submit button here, and as easy as that, your application has been sent to the authority. So what happens next is for the staff of the authority to process your applications, and depending on the application types and modalities to it, approval forms will be set up as specified in the state gazette. Before I hand off the mic to Mr. Sawo, I'd just like to also quickly point out that in as much as it's online, there are also virtual support lines open for members of the public to communicate with the authority in real time. So if you observe, we've just had this little blue thing here at the bottom right. So it's basically a virtual support team for you in case you have inquiries or you have complaints to the authority. All you do is tap on this, provide this required input here, and then you submit it. And you have the virtual support team, which will respond to you. If you want to send a message directly to the authority, the administrator, you can also use this media to send that as well. At this point, I'll hand over the mic to
So before I just take it, so you just also see what happens at Greater Harcourt. So you've seen what you will be doing, but just
see what the authority is also.
Yes, exactly. We'll just see what the authority, what happens within the menu of the authority.
Also, I think it was a bit too fast. At the point where you were clicking the LGA, you explained properly. The LGA is where your land situates. For example, my property is in Obiako. So you click Obiako, and then you see the communities, Eneka. You see Eneka will pop up. You click Eneka. Okay, but these are because their survey plan has those details. So when you click Eneka, it pops up, and then you now go further. At the point of also payment, just in case you have any issue, that's where you go to that virtual icon, and then you click that link. You can type any question. If you don't have any challenge, just type whatever you can, then immediately somebody will give you a response. That's what it is.
Okay, thank you for that speech. So like was recreated, have sent an application or have submitted an application based on this account that you've seen here. So next up here now is for an account of a staff user, basically people under the authority to approve these applications as it deem fit. So they have several approval lines which it runs through. Basically, the first bit is that when your application has been submitted, it is then put to the set for completing of approval based on the dimensions of your property. So if you were to just go over to your payments here, or you were to just to see your current status, like instead, you can always track to see what the current status of your application is. So the current status of this application is submitted. Now, if you were to view your receipts as an additional measure of transparency for things that payments have been made for, you can always see your receipts under this payment bit here, to always print it or download it as the case may be. Now, under the services for applications, if your application based on this account here the approval has been set up, what happens is that when you sign it, you just see that fee that has been set up for you to pay based on the dimensions of your property. Okay. So I'm just going to tap on this application. So I have current status confirmed. So that means payment has been settled. If I'm to go to my payments and see outstanding payments, which is generally like another name for demand notices. So outstanding payments for this application that was just set up, okay, the billing date. We have someone there also setting this up. So we see the amount, the status is not paid, and this is the amount that is being owed at this current time. So to make this payment, what you need to do is to tap on this action button here, and then you see that same payment interface for you to just make payment. So you see the amount of setup, you tap make payment. So you just go through the confirmation steps to select your preferred payment method, which you saw earlier on while I was creating the application. So I'm just going to tap this and continue to the payment. So again, is there anyone that wants to try this? No. So I'm just going to quickly run through that again to make that payment. Payments transaction has been completed and see this response, payment successful. So what happens here on it's from the back end, or basically as within the authority, I see that I don't have any outstanding payments. So generally there's no demand notices that is set up against my account because I've satisfied as at this point what is expected of me as an applicant to the authority. So the next bit is for the authority to walk through the approval lines of how approval will be granted. So there's have all of this, and this is where the Administrator General grants approval, based on menus here, which we're not going to show generally at this point. So I'm just going to hand over at this point. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Can you just open that? So if you look at it, there's for the administrators. So there are plethora of activities here, and these are all the things. So there's the part where you compute the approval, so it's automatic. All right. So once you put your numbers, if it's bungalow, you know the volume, you know the area, the square meter. It does all of that computation. So there's nothing like somebody undervalued or somebody overvalued. Okay. You've got the people that are checking, they have their own interface, you have the assigned reporting officers. So all the officers you have, they have their privileges on the platform. This is basically a general admin platform. And then of course there is this dashboard. By the time you visit the administrator, general again, the next time you come into his office, you'll see a dashboard like this, bigger than this, okay, where he will be seeing all of the revenues. So as the revenues are coming in, you are seeing it daily, weekly, monthly, you know, the year, and then you're seeing the different types of applications that are coming. You can do the analysis, so the system does all of that analysis. And of course, the different heads of departments also are seeing their own analysis as regards the kind of work they do as well. So that's the way the system has been developed, so that everybody can do their own work seamlessly. And lastly, I want to conclude that you can also complain, not just feedback, all right, on the platform. You've got a place where you can complain. Things are not going very well. Maybe something that, you know, is meant to be done for 2 weeks, because for all their services, part of what they will be issuing out in the coming days is this particular approval or waiver or permit. It takes you 2 weeks. It takes you 1 month. And that's what we will need to benchmark, you know, the authority with, whether they are functional or they are not functional. So if they tell you that this permit is for 2 weeks, we expect that within 2 weeks we should get the permit. Where it's not happening, they should be able to reach us to explain to us why it's not happening within 2 weeks. That's how we'll know whether service delivery has improved or not. So we are going to also use this system to hold them accountable, you know, if they are doing what they have promised us that they will do or not. And so we have that bit that has to do with complaint, whereby the administrator can receive your complaints, and then his officers too can receive your complaints, you know, if something has gone wrong, and then you'll be able to complain so that they can also intervene immediately. So once again, thank you, and God bless us as we begin to use the system.
Thank you so much. May we please once again put our hands together for that very wonderful expressions as regards the processes for this laudable idea. It is on that note, with all sense of respect, may I invite His Excellency, our dear Governor, SIMINALAYI, FUBARA, GSSRS, ably represented here by the Honorable Commissioner for Works, Engineer Ambassador. May we please put our hands together.
EXCELLENCY, GSSRS, Executive Governor of Rivers State. I am here live representing the acting administrator of Greater Harcourt Development Authority, the directors and the heads of department, the CEO, Stanford Limited, Ifuru Asawa, other professionals in the built environment, the development partners here present, distinguished members of the press, distinguished members of the high table. I'm very sorry to skip you. I'm trying to take the protocol as established by the acting administrator. Honestly, I am very happy and proud to be here today because I'm one of the engineers that started Greater Port Harcourt as a committee. I was the head of the Roads and Drainages Committee, subcommittee, when we started Greater Port Harcourt under Governor Amechi. And after we have developed and agreed on the 8 local government areas, the governor brought in Amechi government brought in South Africans to take over from us. And soon after we handed over, the governor now created, Governor Amechi created the Greater Port Harcourt. I'm going this memory lane because I am so happy that Greater Port Harcourt eventually has become this big and very ready to turn things around for good. I want to tell you that some of the technological jargons you are hearing, I have to check it out in the books. And let me just explain the first one. Digitalization. And what is that digitalization? It's simply feeding the computer with hard copies and physical objects and all that. When you photocopy a photograph, I'll scan your photograph and put it inside the computer. You have digitalized it. But when you start working with the communication with outside person and around, you have digitalized. Two good words. Very comparable. After you have digitalized it, you work with digitalization. And I want to tell you that there are a lot of advantages digitalizing. I know they have explained it, but I just wanted to tell you the literal meaning so you understand. Digitalization is basically the conversion of hard paper files and documents into digital files. When we scan pictures, upload papers, documents, or reports into PDF form and storing it in a computer, we have digitalized it. The data and information remain in the computer as the same, but the accessibility and storage changes. The next step is digitalization, which deals with leveraging on digital technologies to process or transform a business model, creating new revenue streams and value-producing opportunities. In other words, the Greater Port Harcourt Development Authority will henceforth use digital tools and systems in various aspects of leadership to production and customer service online. The question of coming to the office, carrying files from one officer to another officer is eliminated. The application for approvals, building permits, fencing, charting, and verification, they are all part of the function of the Greater Port Harcourt Development Authority. Now, the purpose or benefits which digitalization, the Greater Port Harcourt can store, process, and visualize data in new ways to speed up decision making. It will reduce taking paper files physically from one department to another. Information can be accessed instantly and easily in this establishment. It will provide improved efficiency by automating repetitive tasks and streamlining process by reducing cost, increase productivity and accuracy of the operations. Let me give you an example of my experience with a digitalized entrance, this 3-pump entrance machine. It was in France. We visited France. And while we were using the train, we got to a station. All their systems are digitalized and automated. The ticket one of my friends had as expired, but it's timed. And then when he put it, mine had not expired. I put it inside the automated machine. And they just turned me and I turned and I passed. The man that was coming behind me, he had to plug in his own card. I didn't refuse to move. There was no attendance, no physical appearance of anybody. Then we who have caused it, and we are wondering what is the problem? Why is this still not allowing him to pass? And then one of the security men told us, his ticket has expired. You should go to the next ticket issue machine and pay. Digitalization mostly will reduce the number of workforce, but will give very reduced cost service. Ordinarily, we have posted policemen, several policemen, whatever, and they are watching us in the camera. From your room, you watch in the camera. Who is trying to break human? If it were Nigeria, they don't say they want to jump over the festival. It's an impossible thing, but it didn't take 2 minutes when a security man appeared in France. I want to encourage you to use this system. It will speed up your operations. We need to move as the advanced world is moving. They have all digitalized their systems. And Greater Port Harcourt, I think, is about the first in River State to have this in its own establishment. We are here to encourage you to do it, and every support needed, the Excellency will give you. Mind you, funding of this system to sustain it is not going to be easy. But I believe you will find a way to fund it where you are not able. His Excellency is ready to help you. In conclusion, having stated the opportunities, increased efficiency, and revenue derivable from this adaptation, I wish to officially commission and launch. I think that was this one. Thank you very much. And let me take that again. Having stated the opportunities, increased efficiency, and revenue derivable from this adaptation of this modern technology, I wish to officially commission and launch this digitalization and digitalization of the operations of the Greater Harcourt Development Authority. Thank you.
We will be blocking put our hands together for His Excellency. The newly presented the Nobel Commissioner for Works and Ambassador Benno. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Distinguished dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, could you please turn to somebody near you and say, "This is wonderful"? River State is going higher and higher. His Excellency will want to know whether we understood what was explained, which means that the current permission of His Excellency will take a few questions and answers before we add up a few other goodwill messages from our partners. We need you to ask questions. How does this thing work? How will it benefit us? What have been explained? Do you understand? Whatever you do not understand, feel free. This is the moment, by the kind permission of His Excellency, for us to really further get more explanations. All right, let me just ask. I know that all of us use ATM card, am I correct? Yes. And most times, even when you go to the ATM machine or you go to POS, they say no network. Does the network affect this? Should I come closer?
Yes, of course, network affects it.
So when they say, sorry, no network, what happens?
So you wait. You wait. Just the way, that's the digital world for us. It's not perfect, and nobody will come here to claim that it's perfect, okay? We've been having, even as a country, we've been having, internet issues in the last, couple of months. It comes, it's been epileptic. I think quite a number of the issues around the submarine cable, that's been resolved. But apart from that, the platform is in the cloud, you can have access to it and you can use it. Yes.
Thank you. Questions, please. All right. You tell us your name and which organization you represent.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mr. Benjamin from Shared East Cooperative, and I'm the internal auditor. His Excellency and the administrator of other protocols established. My question is the web app or the web address, is it linked to the main web address of the GPH? So that when you go to the GPH web address, you will see how you can navigate to this without typing this web address differently. Then number two is it mobile phone compatibility, where you don't need to use your computer to process, always you can do it even while you're on the road. Then number three is, can applicants see the stages of your applications? And from each stage, what is the next? Can you from your desk see it without making phone calls to the administrator or without going there physically? And lastly, for me, what is the response time? If you submit your application, how long will you wait to get a response? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Questions, please. We'll just take all the questions and we'll get response of all of them at the same time. Questions, please. Yes. Tell us your name and the organization you represent.
My name is Architect Nigerians of Architects, River State Chapter. My question is about drawings, submission of drawings. The drawings are to be approved. Some of them are bulky. For example, the working drawings will get up to 40 to 50, 60 pages in A3 as it were. And I want to submit it for approval. I know I can download them, maybe, like the Honorable Commissioner explained, convert all of them to PDF. Because of the size of the drawings, can the application accept them, or can it be compressed or whatever? What provisions have been made for drawings to be downloaded for approval? Thank you.
Thank you. Questions, please. Questions, so that we round up this segment. Questions? Okay. All right, so we'll just take the responses and then.
Thank you very much for the questions. So there is a link from the Greater Port Harcourt Development Authority site. So there's a direct link that brings you here. So once you know the URL for that site, then it's fine. It will always bring you here as well. Mobile phone or mobile devices compatibility, yes, the site is, so you can actually try, the URL is GPHA, Greater Port Harcourt Authority, riverstateapps.ng. So that's the URL there. You can try it on your phone and then see the compatibility. The third question, sorry, I think I missed the third one. The fourth one is the response time. The response time, I've told us, for every service of the authority will be getting back to us to tell us. Exit permit, 1 week. Building plan approval, 1 month. So all of these times will be given to us, and then that's what we'll be able to use. Okay, the third question has to do with tracking. Yes, and you saw he was showing us during the presentation. You could see the status was changing, and then of course you can track to also know where your file is, your electronic file is. For the drawings, yes, because we know this authority deals with, drawing. So that's been taken into account. So you can actually compress. So there's a compressing tool on the platform that compresses, the drawings for you, so that you can easily also upload it. Because all of your drawings will also be viewed. They will no longer be using physical, drawings. After we get that, of course, the initial period will still be having a hybrid, but it gets to a point that will be cut off. The authority will tell us when we'll cut off completely, and then of course it's just going to be the electronic one, so that they can view it wherever they are. They don't need to move. The administrator will be traveling, and members here or staff will be traveling. They don't need to. What this is also helping them to do is that they can walk anywhere, anytime. Okay, if you go to a place like the court, where we are having the court management information system, a solution like this, where lawyers file their cases, all their documents are filed. These people work 24/7, they work weekends, they work midnight, they do all the time. That's the advantage that this is also going to be bringing to us, as professionals in the built environment. These people will be walking around the clock weekends, and then of course off 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, the work hours as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, with your kind permission, we'll just take a few goodwill messages, and we'll invite Dr. Mrs. Roye Alalibo, President, Gold Rock Multipurpose Cooperative Society, to say a few words of goodwill to us.
The executive governor of River State and the acting administrator, Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority, I will stand on the existing protocols. Good evening, everyone. I am pleased to be called here even to be able to sit among these distinguished gentlemen. And I've been doing business with Greater Port Harcourt for some time. This innovation that is just introduced, I can say, is in compliance with the federal government order, which is a one government document. Documents don't need to move from one table to the other. And for this being implemented today by Greater Port Harcourt Authority, I would say the authority is leaping to a higher pedestrian. And this is very interesting. And we as partners, we pray that this platform now that is introduced will not give bottlenecks, will not give us network downtime and all the rest. If it goes on as planned, we know that Greater Port Harcourt will be going to the next level. So on behalf of my team and everyone here, I want to appreciate the authority for this innovation and to say thank you very much for the opportunity to hear these wonderful ideas that have been put into practice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We'll take Barrister Lucky Kawi, who is the rep, TAF Africa Global. Please put your hands together for me.
His Excellency SIMINALAYI FUBARA, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State, the Acting Administrator of the Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority, Tampa Dr. Davids, indulge me kindly to stand on existing already established protocols. First, I will tell you what's it called as Managing Director. The person of Mr. Mustafa Njari is particularly proud of this particular achievement. And I'm saying this against the backdrop that as investors and as developers in about 90 countries in Africa, one of the key things that we always look for or look out for each time we go to a country or to a state is what's generally referred to as ease of doing business. Around the table here, you will all agree with me that this particular innovation would bring about ease of doing business. And I can guarantee you that over time, Port Harcourt, Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority will be the bride of every investor, not just across Africa, but beyond the continent of Africa. So again, I want to say congratulations on behalf of our MD, Mr. Mustafa Njari. I want to say congratulations to the government and the governor of Rivers State. I also want to say congratulations to Greater Port Harcourt because City Development Authority, this is not an easy feat. We know how far and how much energy and effort has gone into this. It's not easy to come by. Our only prayer and wish should be that indeed the efficiency of this should not be tested in the negative. Instead, we want to believe that this will indeed give us that positive results that we want to see. So that at the end of the day, just like it's done in other parts of the world, we can sit and indeed explore this technology. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Now please put our hands together for May I quickly say that at this point we will invite Architect Toko Fubesma, who is the chairman, APBM, to also talk to us. Thank you.
Executive Governor of Rivers State, represented by my student brother, the Commissioner of Housing. Incidentally, we are the Commissioner for my profession. I'm an architect. The acting administrator of Greater Port Harcourt. And let me stand on other existing protocols. I am happy you are trying to explain to us, the young people, what digitalization is. That's very interesting. Most times, most older people don't understand the digitalization. Digitalization comes with its ups and downs. One of them is internet connectivity, which is a global thing, or is it an African thing? We have our own issues with digitalization, but that doesn't mean that you still don't use your ATM card. I don't think anybody leaves his ATM card at home when you're going out, even though you know there will not be network, right? So the digitalization of any process is simply to make business as easy as possible. The less you have physical contact with people and processes, the better it is for business. I'm an architect. I have done architecture in many countries like you have done your businesses. I have done architecture all over Nigeria. And I know there are a few states that have digitalized their processes. And I can stay in Port Harcourt and approve a drawing in Lagos or in Abuja. But I cannot be in Abuja and approve a drawing in Port Harcourt. Now there's a problem there. So, for the first time, we have equal professional in the built environment heading Greater Port Harcourt. And I always say, when you have a core professional heading, when you have a square peg in a square hole, you begin to see things like this, where they digitalize systems, so that when your drawings come, I don't have to run from office to office to approve my drawings. Why would I have to do that when I can just go to use my phone, in fact? Yeah? And I won't allow our friends to come from Canada or America to come and do this work here. No, we are here. We can do those things for you. So it's a wonderful innovation. I wish and I pray that the River State government will also take cue so that even the urban planning department at the Moscow Road will also be digitalized. I know we were thinking about it when the acting administrator was there. We were really thinking about digitalizing it at that point. So now he has brought that idea to Greater Port Harcourt, which means that if this, when it works, not if, when it works, they will go to do the same thing in the state so that the housing will follow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's our prayer. As professionals in the built environment, our prayer is to digitalize things. We have been working in the digital space for a while. So if we see a situation like this where we can submit our drawings on the digital platform, it's a welcome development for us anytime, any day. And then to go, I want to ask a question. There was a question I thought one of my colleagues would have asked, and that's a very simple question. You know, the idea of having an authority like this is to make sure that what is being built, our built environment, is done properly. And I mean properly. We take pains to make sure that our systems are proper. And in doing that, in the hard copy now, we put our seals. All the professional body people here understand that. We put our seals on drawings. Now, how do we do that when we are going to upload it? There are systems that we are thinking about, which is, when I was coming here, I sent a message to a colleague of mine. There's a process, approval process we're doing for urban development. And they asked us to bring engineers' letter. No, engineers' letter. This is the first time I'm hearing it. Engineers' letter. I like that. It's very good. We've had too many building collapses. So let us begin to hold people responsible. There's engineer's letter. So I don't know when you are going to do small back work. There's engineer's letter. There's also town planner's blue copy. I remember. The surveyors have their whatever copy it is. I think we should incorporate those things alongside architects, quantity surveyors, and all the people in the department. We should have that provision so that when somebody submits a drawing, it should come with all those properly signed and sealed letters from the various institutions. Thank you very much. And good luck to Greater Port Harcourt.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Your Excellency, distinguished dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, for us at the Greater Port Harcourt, gratitude is one of the things we do not compromise. And at this point, having come this far in this program, may I quickly hand over to our dear coordinator to please express gratitude to everyone. And then Your Excellency will just permit us after that, we'll have a group photograph with everyone on the right. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, here represented by my elder brother, always ready to teach. Even in the Executive Council, somebody said something and he was quickly ready to teach us. And members of high table standing on already existing protocols. Before I go forward to thank every one of us, I want to clear a few things. Yeah, it's this digitalization and automation process. It's an ongoing thing. And like the consultant, my brother said, it can never be perfected one day. It's good that we have taken off. Of course, you know, even the aircraft, before takeoff, it takes time. Check every other thing and be sure that it's safe to fly. And then if you do the runway and take off, and then balance and cruise before it goes to land. I've been part of this. I've been part of the initiators. Let me not say I have initiated this for a long time, even from Urban is aware. And unfortunately, we tried to kickstart. And of course, there are persons that will ensure that the right things are not done, are never done. So here we have set out to try to do the right thing. And I believe this is where we are in the world over. You know, so it's something we take and we keep perfecting. When you talk about documentations, yeah, are also part of those that in the state have been able to put together documents that will back various professionals. In fact, while I was here, most of the staff they know, but most of us here don't know that I started with Port Harcourt as a staff. And we're privileged to grow up to be a board member, and also today privileged to head this place. While I was the staff, I ensured that we had a joint approval committee. And that joint approval committee was made up of those of us in Greater Port Harcourt and the professional institutes, Nigerian Society of Architects, Nigerian Society of Engineers, all the engineering professionals, mechanical, electrical, structural, civil, and all that. Before any drawing is recommended, I was the one recommended. Before the drawing was recommended, we push it through these professional bodies. We sit down together. They go through the drawings and ensure that everything is certified before we recommend for approval. And so when you talk about documents, yes, like I said, work in progress. We have been able to perfect that of the town planners, which is the blue sheet, while in over. Even the engineers, it's not new. The letter you're talking about, if you say it's letter from engineer, I don't know if that letter from engineer that will be more than the letter of undertaking from the engineer. Letter of undertaking from the engineer should be able to supersede every other letter, because I undertake. I'm the one that designed this structure. I'm the one that is going to build, be a part of this construction of this building. I undertake that anything that happens to this development, while, during, before, during, and after, I should be held responsible. I think there's no other letter that should go beyond that. You know, it's the architects that we are able to sit down with them when we are going, even before we went to automation, to come down to say this is the document we want to use to certify, to ensure that it's not a quack. Because one of the reasons we are doing this is to also eliminate quackery. Eliminate quackery and ensure that it's professionalized. You know, somebody will not go to school, do his master's, and be certified. And then you see one quack, go and download. These days, of course, it's very easy now. You just go online, download one drawing, and then you come and submit it. So we'll ensure that we work with you, sir. So that we come up with any system where we use to ensure that whatever it is certified. It's online. It can be done anytime, anywhere, and we can just verify. So be rest assured. On that note, I want to appreciate everyone, especially His Excellency. Like I said in my speech, everybody say it. You people are very lucky with the governor. Yes. Whenever I take something to him, he just express. But the last time, everybody is here. We are developing a new city. I will call it the Newport City. And it was on a Wednesday evening. I just took the proponent to government house. I said, I want to see you. We are ready to go. He said, did I ask you to come by this time? Would you allow me to rest? So what do you want? It didn't take 5 minutes, okay, approved, go. You know, so that's the kind of governor we have. A governor that will hear you, a governor that is ready to listen, a governor that will ask you questions as long as you're able to prove that you know what you're doing. He goes ahead, gives you an approval, and then he goes. Your Excellency, thank you, sir. I want to also appreciate all our development partners. I'm amazed and I'm surprised that everyone is here. Professor Charles is someone I've known for a long time. Let me not say much about him. I'm sure for over 20 years, I've known him. He's been a friend, a brother, and everything. A shell cooperative. I think your first cooperative land, I was instrumental there. And I know that we still have a lot to do. You know, I'm so glad when I look back, I saw you. And every other one that is here, just to say thank you for honoring our invitation. Especially the directors of works from the various local government areas. And I'm so proud of you, so proud in the sense that Without you, we can't work this, we can't have this collaboration. Because most drawings first go to the local government, as it is here in River State. And it's the local government that receive the drawings. They don't just take the drawings and give to the developer, but they forward them to the various approving authorities, Greater Port Harcourt and the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. If they want to cut that process off, they can as well do it. I can remember when Amechi was here, we had a meeting, serious meeting at the government house, where we want to centralize approval. We had a lot of issues, we have fought and all that. But today, I'm surprised that almost all the local government areas, the directors of works are seated here with us. Thank you for the time. Thank you for your collaboration with us. Members of staff, management and staff, like I said earlier, you have been so wonderful. When I came here with a passion. I came here and I met a people that we are not even ready and willing to work because of how they have been treated in the past. No salaries paid and all that. We sat back together. It took time. I'm sure that some people are still finding it difficult to come back. But I can see that they are here and they are back. We are willing to run. God bless you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for continuous support. Members of the press have been so wonderful. I cannot thank you enough. One in particular met me and says, "You're doing a lot here. Even if you don't pay me, I want to ensure that whatever you do here is broadcast to the world." And then she's here. Ivy, I don't know if she's here. Ivy, she's here. She came up to me and told me this is what the kind of support I want to render, and I want to deeply appreciate you. Particularly Belema. Where is Belema? Belema has worked with us, with his team, day and night, training upon training. First of all, I was put through training, management put through training, other members of staff put through training. We have been training and retraining. God bless you. God reward you. Again, I want to stand on this simple protocol to once again say a big thank you to every one of us. God bless you as you go. And I believe this collaboration will continue. Not just because of Greater Port Harcourt, but the interest of River State. I always say this, and that has been my passion, my drive, my zeal. That River State was created the same day with Lagos, 1967. I'm very sure that many of us didn't know when it was created. I didn't know when it was created. But we grew up to know that River State was created the same day with Lagos. And we had a young governor then in the interstate who put River State up somewhere, even above Lagos. The kind of secretariat we had here, you never had it anywhere. But over the years, look at what has happened to our state. We have a young governor who has come in by providence, divine, to come in to change the narrative. And whatever we are doing here, I always tell people, whatever I come to do here is to ensure that I give in my best for the government, for the state, and for this authority. I'm here to serve, like I said. I'm not just here to lead, but I'm here to serve. God bless everyone.
So can I invite Your Excellency and other members of the High Table to please have a group photograph, please, behind the with the backdrop.
We'll just adjust the chair so that
Don't be faithful. Now if you don't come, who will call me? The boy. Alpha.
That's right. Let's take it like this. Sorry. No.
That's my government.